Hello, everyone. Welcome to Reimagine with Renata. I'm your host, Renata Del Carmen, and this podcast is your go to space for faith, fashion, and lifestyle inspiration, designed to empower you to live boldly, love deeply, and walk confidently into your purpose. So, it's the holidays, and I know that the ends of the year is sometimes overstimulating. You have a lot of family around, you're wrapping up the year at work potentially, you're doing a lot of holiday running around, cooking, cleaning, shopping. And so I'm happy to have one of the coolest people I know, not just beautiful, not just sexy, not just smart, not just intelligent. She is the magnificent Stacey Singh. Hi, Stacey.
My little old me.
Of course. Not the little Stacey, the big Stacey.
Belly. Hey, girl. Hey.
How are you?
I am wonderful.
You look
Happy day
wonderful.
after Christmas.
Yes, happy Kwanzaa. Merry Christmas, happy
Kwanzaa,
Hanukkah, all the things. Uh
Boxing Day, Kwanzaa, all that
yeah.
good stuff. Yeah.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. That's what they say.
It's a whole song.
I wish entire year, well, the entire year can be the most wonderful if we allow it.
Okay. You got me nervous. I thought you were going to say, I wish that every day was Christmas. I say no.
I do wish that every day was Christmas and every night was New Year's Eve. That's
Okay.
that's the energy. Except minus the drama. Because we know the holidays
Mm-hmm.
come with drama.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes. You all may remember Stacey was recently on a show when we discussed our 2025 aspirations, goals, expectations, mainly to love ourselves better, which was a great conversation. So if you haven't watched that, I suggest that you check that out. Um, a lot of gems dropped by Stacey in so many facets around mindset, around our heart, our love for self, our relationship to others. So feel like I've recently been thinking a lot about the year 2024 because it flew by, right?
Mm-hmm.
But also so much happened in this year for me
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't on any flights. But it felt like I took a couple.
You in the
Like
cloud.
there was definitely a lot of movement, but internal movement. And so I'm just grateful for that experience this year to evolve as a person. Started from the beginning of the year. So I have a lot of gratitude for like your support as well and really shifting. I think at the start of like the first half of my 2024 was focused on getting my daughter, like her graduating from high school and transitioning to college. And so I feel like the first half of my year was so
Mm-hmm.
consumed with that. And the second half was all about like reimagining my life now as a part
Well,
time
you know, you
nester. I have so much gratitude for 2024 because it's easy as I said, I didn't catch any flights, right? And it's easy for me to be like, oh, I spent all year working, grinding, doing all these things, maybe not just for myself, for others. And then it's like, wait, but I wanted to be on a plane. I wanted to be here, there, and find the things that like you wish could have happened, but there's so much gratitude for the things that didn't happen the way I might have wanted them to happen. And
I
the
like to say
lessons learned.
metaphorically, you've been flying and you've been flying high. Metaphorically, like you were up there, you were in first class. You was, excuse me. I got the pleasure of being beside you, bringing transformation to other people's life. We spent almost the last half of the year together. Almost, not
Yes.
entirely, but almost the last half of the year together. And deep into people's transformation, you know, you were the conduit as well as you worked on yourself. And you worked on
Mhm.
yourself at the deepest level. Not the deepest, but, you know, pretty darn deep. It is
Yeah.
always deep.
Yeah.
right? So you have been taking flights, and that is going to take you places that them airplanes can't take you,
Okay.
right?
That's a word.
Yes. So you
That's
can
a
catch a
word.
flight.
You may have to put that on a shirt. Going
Listen,
where the airplanes can't take me. Ooh, ooh,
I like that. We need to
ooh.
record because I forget everything I say. We got it on tape. Mm-mm-mm.
I
Mm.
got you. That's what I'm here for. In my mind, I had a vision for what the holidays would look like in
Mm.
terms of gathering and people. And I realized that everyone isn't mentally, emotionally, just in very different places on their perspective on the holidays. Some people are like already they threw 2024 away. Things just look real crazy. If you are deep into the media, then things look really crazy. A lot of think pieces on TikTok, a lot of thoughts, and like if you consume a lot of that every day and you don't really have anything to counteract those thoughts or the willpower to shift, then it can really drag you down. And it's like sad to see that so many people like struggle to find joy at this time of the year. Uh, in general, that's a problem, but especially at this time of the year, and don't desire to like be amongst each other in harmony at this time of the year. Uh, so I just hope that people are finding ways to find joy as they leap into 2025.
You made me think, with you saying that, as you were saying it, the common denominator to people not finding the joy and struggling to find the joy is because of everything that's going on the outside of them, trying
Mm,
to acclimate to what is not part of you, and
mhm,
trying to, like you said back in the 90s, um, what they say, go along with the Joneses, keep up with the
mhm,
Joneses. Like,
mhm.
you're not the Joneses and they're not your neighbors. The
And they
Joneses ain't
not who you
think
think
about
they are.
hmm?
And they not who you think they are.
And that part, they are not who they they show you one thing, but they're somebody completely different, right? And I think once we get in touch with who we are, we've been I'm going to keep using it, so just get ready. We're so used to being programmed to care about what everyone else is thinking, saying, and to go in
Mhm.
alignment with that, and to adjust to what's outside of us, that we forget that this is where it starts,
Yeah.
right? And there's room for all of it. It's even more beautiful when you include this, but we exclude this so much that we get lost in it because we're steady trying to be something we're not. So yes, it makes for tired and dreadful because you're trying to people please. You're trying to situation, you're trying to keep up, you're trying to provide something that you really can't provide. I was committed to being a Grinch this year. I, I was in a commitment to be the Grinch, not Scrooge, because Scrooge, he was very
That's a
selfish.
different energy.
Yeah, that's a whole different. He didn't care about people. He was extremely selfish, and the only thing that got him to get his life right was the fear of what his future was going to hold. Right? I didn't want to do this alone, and people might actually hate me. With surprise on him, they hated him then, right? But nevertheless, he was power hungry. Now the Grinch, my guy, my old boy, he was misunderstood. Right? There was love in his heart. He had a pet. He
Mhm.
just didn't want to be bothered with the foolishness. He understood that people came with the
With
foolishness.
shenanigans.
It
Yeah.
was pure shenanigans on the outside world. And if you're not coming with your authenticity and the understanding that he need to be left alone from time to time, right? Don't force me. I do it when I get ready. Matter of fact, I don't accept me as I am. When the going got tough and he was like, wait a minute, they not gonna have Christmas? What is happening? His heart grew bigger. He made sure the presents got there. He didn't care. He was down there with Cindy Lou Who. Like, he let her come into his house, fussing and fighting. He liked her. He was just a Grinch. So I was committed to being Grinchalicious. Because you got look cute on him. You know, we didn't look alike, no. But
So
and the
funny.
way that the universe would have it was bigger than me. It was beyond me. I
Mm,
didn't get the opportunity to Grinch it on out because
mm.
I guess God saw my heart and said, "That's not what you really want." And I was like, "But I do. I really do." But I love the way everything turned out. Like I didn't have to, even though I wanted to be the Grinch, everything came together and it came together so smoothly. No, I guess I had the biggest part to doing it, of course, but um, I think it's the seeds that were planted before, that allowed for it to turn out the way that it turned out. Um, yeah, but it wasn't my intention.
Because
And
we
I
were Grinchalicious.
listen, Grinchalicious all day, all day. Yeah, and that left conflict too, because I loved everything about it, but I was disconnected. It didn't have to be that day.
Yeah.
I don't like that everything is held for this day. You know, people
Mm,
coming out of pocket for this day, people going into debt for this day.
mm,
Um, if Jesus is in it and, you know, God is in it and all that stuff, it shouldn't have that feeling of strain and stress. You have to worry about who's fussing and I didn't have any fussing and argument. It was nothing but love in the space, but it was an overproduction for the day. And how can we
mm.
spread that out? Can we do something seasonal? Can we do something? Give me New Year's. New Year's is more my vibe.
I am, I want to say for the past maybe over 10 years, I fast in January and my body has become accustomed to that pattern, to that cycle that has become harder for me to just eat everything up on
Mhm.
these holidays, even though I've been eating. I've been eating.
Run it back.
I really I released some weight and in October I was about almost a little over 15 pounds lighter than I am right now. 15 pounds came back in 2 months. Like, girl, you wanna follow la la la?
La
You
la la la. Here you go.
wanna follow la la la?
Mm.
I will come on back. So, definitely back on a regular workout routine, but um, I started this to say, like, do you think or did anything come up for you in terms of like what you would like to do different next year for the holiday?
For the holiday?
Yeah.
No, so let me tell you what I did this year, and if I know I'll probably do it again another year because family wants Christmas. I don't. But
Mhm.
what I did was we started to stress ourselves out about cooking.
Mm.
And because the time was tight of getting the odds and ends, I didn't see myself standing. I was not up for standing in the line in the grocery store. So we tried to Instacart everything, right?
Mm.
Just go ahead. That Instacart said it won't be delivered until 3 o'clock. I said, this isn't going to work because my idea was to do a brunch. You know, get them
Mm.
in early, get them out early.
Yeah.
And I celebrated Christmas Eve. I didn't celebrate on Christmas. Christmas, we were sitting
Right.
there. Christmas felt like today. We was like, oh, heck, today's Christmas. We did
Yeah.
our celebration Christmas Eve. And since everyone was doing the shopping, 3 o'clock wasn't going to work. I looked at my sister. My sister looked at me. I was like, you know what? We can order Chinese food. And we put together a menu.
Not
We,
put together a
we
menu.
sure did.
I know that's right.
We put together a menu. When my daughter came over, she's like, I don't just want chai, I want some oxtail. We went
Oh,
on Uber Eats. We ordered from our place of choice. Y'all gonna have to give me some coins to get your name out there. No, I'm just kidding. But that's our fish
right.
fries, like a place that I do enjoy.
Mhm.
And they went ahead and we got some trays of that. So we had a West Indian Caribbean. I didn't have to be in the kitchen. I just sat there and waited for
Love
it.
that
And
for
guess what?
you.
It was more cost effective. So going forward, like,
Mm.
why put that stress and strain? You're sitting there, you're cooking a lot of food. Yeah, it doesn't have to be overly stressful with the food
Yeah.
either.
I felt that in my mother's spirit. Yeah, on Christmas, she was like, "Next year,
Hmm.
next year, y'all gonna have to figure it out. I'm
Hmm.
coming over your house,
Hmm.
or I'm gonna be in another country." I
Mm.
said, I hear what you're saying to me.
Mhm.
It's our turn. I think that is something I don't my cousins and I, like, we're first generation American. I don't think we are lost in the fact that we are now the people that have to plan and gather and cook and do all the heavy
They handed
lifting
over
of
the
the
baton.
holidays. Yeah. It's not a lost on it that has been passed on to us. I think what we are in a place of like, no, you do it. No, you do it. No, you do it. You do it. You do it. You do it. And as soon as we get out of that game, we might be
I get it. Put it in the hat, shake it up. Pull. You first. Let's get the next 6 years down now. You got
right,
year 3? All right. No
right,
backsies.
right.
You could
I
swap with
think
someone.
that's I think that's the game we play.
Mhm.
So as soon as we figure that piece out,
Mhm.
we might be we might have a tradition again. Do you have any holiday traditions at all?
It's been a moment. There's a lot that has been happening, but what I do want to the tradition of it, my kids have. You see, I was doing it as a mom just to bring pleasure and to fulfill them. I didn't see it as traditions, but they see it as traditions. And
Mm,
together, the gingerbread house. Like there was always something that we're going to do together. We're
yeah.
going. There are things that are you can build on the Christmas. So when Christmas time is coming, you start pulling it out. Oh, these are the glasses that we made. And no matter how many times you have the conversation, look at Santa. Why is Santa upside down? Like you can expect the conversation to happen. It's going to be the
Right.
same because you didn't have it since last year. So we have the glasses that we painted. We have the stockings that we all sat down
So
and made.
cute.
My niece is now 18, but we made these stockings when she was like 2. So, like holiday
Wow.
stockings like that. Don't act, I gotta find them though. But things like that.
Hmm.
It's always something that you are hands on creating that you can
Yeah.
add onto. So that would be the tradition. Gingerbread houses, we doing a competition and for the spirit of the kids. My sister and I were talking and we're looking because I was like, look, I'm over it. Yeah, I had this conversation yesterday.
Mm,
And it's like all that you put into it, let's start putting it together early in the year and take trips.
mm, yeah.
Yeah, get the kids what they need throughout the year. You're not worried about that big gift. Oh, that's what you want. Figure it out. Get that another time. But forget the Christmas parent. Let's have Christmas experiences
Yeah.
outside the country. So
I love
that's
that concept.
yeah, yeah.
I also desire to see I'm born and raised and still live in New York. So I also desire to see other celebrations of
Mhm,
it and what it feels like. To your point about the purpose of the season, I don't know if it's because I'm more responsible for the season now that it
mhm.
feels a little different.
It
But
does. It hits
I just
different.
don't feel that like magic and wonder and joy of like what is possible. Miracles happen, So
Mhm.
I love to see how other parts of the world experience that magic.
And take the lightness of it, right? And
Yeah.
be the observer. Like really
Hmm.
go into see what's important to them
Yeah.
in that moment. Yeah.
And I know that viewers would love to get to know you better.
This feel like a setup.
No. So in the past, well, before I get to so in the past or currently, like I know when family friends get together, they often play games, right? So, especially around the holidays, everyone's together. There's some type of intense spades game or taboo game going on. I've already
Mhm.
played taboo 2 or 3 times in the last 2 or 3 weeks. So I think it's a fun way to just like, it's a little competition, friendly competition, joy comes into the space. But a friend sent me this game and I was like, let's scale it back. What happened to the card games? Sent me this game. I'm gonna share this with you guys. And I'm like, you tell me. I feel like this a little intense. Just a little intense. Let's watch. Do you guys see? Okay.
Yes, I see it.
Now, let's take a look at this.
Uh-uh.
Like, why is it rat trap? Grab the money or get smacked with a rat trap.
For dollar bills? No.
I'm like, why we have
The mouse traps cost more than the for were those $1 bills up there?
Yeah, I think they were like
They were.
an assortment. So like some
All I
20,
saw was the ones.
but all I saw was broken nails. Cause why we
The money on the table can't even pay to repair the nail.
so my friend is like having a game night and she said that and I was like, no. No.
It's a hard pass for me.
No, why
I don't
why
even want to play it at my house. No, we're not
whose
playing.
idea was that? Rat traps?
It was dumb. It was a dumb idea. That was dumb. That goes down in the history of dumbicity. They make you make up dumb words. Dumbology. That was
Why?
the study of
Why?
dumbness. That was a research. That was for research.
No, I'm sorry. You might can even
Dumbnificence.
like try to catch a ball with a cup. Like put rat
I'm
traps for
all
the
for the thrill.
coins. No. So I have
You
a
see what they
game.
do to mice? What's my little finger? Oh hell.
Right. Do you see what they do to mice?
Mice be like this. Eyes bulging, eyes popping. Oh, mm-mm. It's a, I'm mad. I'm mad.
I can't. Okay. We're not gonna play
And
with
they were playing happy. Renata,
you. Let
if I played that game and felt like I won some bills and came out with $3,
oh after being snapped by a rat trap multiple times.
yeah, we fighting. Mm-mm.
I would. Do you think they knew? They had to know before.
You mean, wait, okay, so you're saying that was a surprise element. We just sat there and someone came out with the charcuterie board of mouse traps and said, we're going to play
No,
this game.
I just can't imagine them saying,
I'm
"Try to get
volunteering.
this money," but
Like, I
you
want to
are
play.
being attacked by this rat trap.
Who want
Yo,
to play? Me. Oh, y'all privileged. Oh, they privileged. They don't need mouse traps. They
well,
don't understand the science of mouse traps.
I ain't really know what a mouse trap does. Maybe
I grew up in the hood. I had to put a couple down myself.
right. So there's that. Okay, so
Hmm.
we're gonna play a little game.
Oh,
I'm gonna ask
we're
you
on screen.
questions.
I feel safe. I got nervous.
I'm gonna ask you questions, and there'll be like your choices. I'll give you the choices of how you would respond. Um, this I think is such a good way to get to know people and the way they think. But you can pass because some of these are outrageous, and maybe you just don't want to share that information. But if you pass, you absolutely have to answer the next question.
You got these set up already.
I don't. I'll show you guys. I'm picking random. I did
Oh,
already pick the first one. I can put it back. But I'm picking random out the deck. Random.
a lot of words on that card. Go ahead.
Okay, ready?
Mm,
I'll answer the questions also. But again, if we pass,
mm.
absolutely have to answer the next one. Okay.
I'm excitedly nervous. Hmm.
During the zombie apocalypse, you find yourself in a situation in where you sorry, I don't have my glasses on. I probably should have started there. And where you have to choose between two people to rescue a super attractive member of the opposite sex or your best friend. You
I'm
can
going.
only save one.
Okay.
Not do you rescue your ugly best friend.
Not the ugly best friend. You didn't say that first.
It's in the options. Or do you rescue the super attractive stranger?
I'm gonna go with my.
It's a zombie apocalypse.
I'm gonna go with my butt ass ugly best friend.
Yeah. I think I'm just curious, in a zombie apocalypse,
Mm-hmm.
what would be the benefit of saving a super attractive stranger over my best friend?
There's none.
Unless are we gonna be the last living humans? No, didn't say that.
I don't know you. You super attractive, so you might be a little egotistical. Might be. I'm not saying that everyone is, but don't mean you want me, right? When I start to see your trauma come out your bag, I'm gonna be sitting there. I'm gonna need my best friend. And
You
listen,
start to see the trauma. That
look,
is
that trauma start unfolding. Super attractive becomes ugly.
yeah.
And once a person is good hearted, they're kind, you don't even see them as ugly anymore. They start turning beautiful to you. So come on, boo. That's all right. That's all right. And I don't do the whole best friend, but I do have close friends. And
Yeah.
it all depends on who's out there. If it's a male, like, look, we besties, we're not into each other, but we might need to repopulate. Like,
We might need to have
we might need to repopulate. Make it do what it do. A little bit of me, a little bit of you. Babies stand a chance. Ugly people make beautiful babies. I'm here. Sorry. You can edit this part out. You could edit this part out. I'm sorry, y'all. I hope you're not ugly and you don't catch feelings with my comment. Your baby beautiful though. Edit the whole thing out.
So I tell my daughter all the time, do not talk about, you have had no children. Do not talk about anybody's baby or
She cute,
children.
cute. Don't talk about it. Cute people talk about people babies all the time.
Don't you do it, because you have had no children yet. You don't know. Somebody may be approaching your child like, oh, they're so precious.
Hit you with that precious. It's a done deal. It need a pause though. You need a pause and be like, oh, they're so precious. Just let that one tear well up in the side of your eye because she just said your baby ugly as hell.
Uh,
Translation, that's what happened. That's what just happened. If it's
mm.
an older person, you might stand a chance like, oh, baby's so precious. And they hit you with a bless her heart on top of that precious.
Pack it up.
Pack it up.
Next question. This is a lot of bestie conversations. Your buddy is studying to become a lawyer and is very drunk. He then decides that it's a good idea to whip out the peen. You have it all recorded on video. Do you hold on to the video for leverage in the event that he becomes a judge in the future? Or delete the video because you're just that classy?
I'm classy. I'm deleting the video.
Why we recorded him with it? Why? Why?
I'm going to delete it, but I'm going to make him think that I got it.
Mm.
I don't want to get tempted. I'm going to delete it. I'm going to delete it on the spot. Because I didn't expect it. That's why we recording. We didn't expect it to happen. We just
Oh,
hit
yeah,
like,
we were just going
and
and
it was like,
whoa. Okay, we're here now. Okay.
delete. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm deleting. I don't want recorded video of you drunk and inebriated with your peen out. Nothing about that.
But it is recorded here. You will never hear the end of it. And while I might not be sharing the videos,
I'm gonna remind you.
bring a girlfriend around me. Let me tell you, you're going to be embarrassed. I'm embarrassing you like your mama. He got drunk.
He's never getting married.
One time he got drunk. Yep.
Oh my Lord Jesus. Oh, we're getting a lot of easy ones. I only know because there's like a yellow dot with the
Okay.
level of ratchetness, which I think Whipping your peanut on video is ratchet, but it could be worse.
It could be worse. God is in the
It could
room.
be worse.
Jesus said I probably wasn't here on Christmas Day, but I'm here now.
Yeah. As governor of the republic, you want to discourage young people from engaging in a life of crime. Interesting. Do you sentence extremely dangerous prisoners to death via a humane method, or sentence extremely dangerous prisoners to a life of solitary confinement?
Death or life? Oh, that's a toughie.
With the expectation that people will be running the other direction, never want to commit a crime. I don't know.
That's a tough one, and I say that's a tough one because people don't understand the importance of connection,
Mm,
and not being connected to other people can drive you crazy.
yep.
You can go insane being by yourself all the time. You got peaceful people like because I'm imagining with no television, you don't got a phone to keep your company, you don't have access to the like outside world. You're just in a room by yourself.
Yeah.
Talking about the 90s, back when they used to put them people in straitjackets and put them in a room, talk about you curing people. All you're doing is adding on to their insanity. So, coming back to the question,
Yeah.
death, I think that's if you if you do that, there's no more suffering, right? The other one, the person's suffering more, but it's going to leave a bigger message for the public. I think instead of scare, I don't know. I'm looking at the bigger picture. I'm thinking that the confinement, solitary confinement, would be my choice. One, because I don't want to do the other one, and two, to see the process of what it can do to a person. It'll take a while before it hits, but the message is really related. But it'll have a bigger impact to me.
Yeah.
Sorry for the person suffering, but yeah.
Yeah. Because humane ways of no, like, we're all going to die one day, but lethal injection, so I imagine, I don't know, it is a peaceful transition, or can be. Solitary confinement for life
For
just
life.
just sounds like anything to not ever have to experience that.
Yeah. That's a lesson
Although
learned.
I wonder, with like, I think our generation is like, yeah, no. I wonder, like, Gen Z, like the kids,
Mhm.
Gen Alpha that stays in their room all day, all night, if they're gonna feel like that's the worst thing.
That's why I said it's going to take a little while for people to really get
Yeah.
the impact of it because they don't mind staying in the room, but they have entertainment.
Yeah.
Solitary confinement don't come with none of that. You're gonna be
You
looking
and
at
your mind.
you'll
You and your
be making that decision for the A part yourself. So that's a toughie. That's a toughie. And who are we? Because I know of a lot of people and just haven't even done extreme crimes that the story is misunderstood. Kind of like the Grinch. You think he a meanie, he not a meanie. It's the story behind it. They got
right.
Wicked out right now.
Right.
Alphabet wasn't bad. She was
But
misunderstood, but she came across as wicked. So just because you see it that way and you feel as though I need to suffer the consequences, don't mean that what I did was wrong. So
that's
yeah,
that.
we don't have the right to do that. And I'm extremely hopeful that I guess God coming up a lot. I'm sorry. There's space for things to turn around and other decisions to be made later on. So life might not be life. It might be a long
Yeah.
time. It might not be life. You're gonna run out of space for solitary confinement. A whole bunch of one single bedrooms.
That's what
There are a
I'm
lot of
like.
people in
That's
there.
the only option, but
Yeah. Close it across.
unfortunately necessary. Let me pick one more. Let's not end on such a morbid
Yeah, that is morbid.
question. So
There are good
dark.
cards in there.
So dark. You want a tougher one? A
No, I'm
tougher.
saying, are there good cards in there? Like all of them are kind of
Oh,
like,
there's some comical. This is green, which is intense. Or is it? Your soulmate and your sibling are stuck on a train track with an oncoming train. You can only save one of them. Do you save your sibling or your soulmate? Ah, so morbid. If you pass, you absolutely have to answer.
The type of person I am, I'm thinking of if I'm down there, I probably try to save them both and not end up down on the train track because it'll be a decision.
Yeah.
For the sake of my sister possibly seeing this and I haven't met my soulmate yet, I'ma save you, boo. Oh yeah, I'm saving my sister.
Saving my
When the soulmate come
soul.
along, we gonna redo this question. But as for now, I got
Ah,
you, babe.
I don't know. That's so tricky. I just am like, cause how old are we? Have I been like? Is this our elder sibling? Like,
You got siblings now, Renata?
they older than me.
Okay. So your siblings, and what you trying to say? They live
But
their
what
own
I don't
eternity?
have is a soulmate,
You
baby.
say you ready to get that
Oh,
experience? You get to experience new
let me put
experiences?
my arms around you and
I
come
feel
to
you.
me, soulmate. Hey, soulmate, where you
Hey,
at?
hey,
Where you
let's
at,
give
boo?
this a spin.
I'm trying to keep you alive.
Right. A soulmate? Yeah. Okay, so I answered morally, right? I think I might have to go soulmate too. I need that experience. I get to.
Yeah. Yeah, because I believe that my soulmate,
Gonna
my
be dope. Dope. Dope.
yeah. Thank you for
DOOP.
playing.
You're welcome. That was fun.
Tell us, what are you excited for in your transition into 2025? Do you have any special plans? Is it just all about self love, self care, and relaxing? Is it partying? How will 2025 find you?
I don't want it to sound like cliche. People say all the time, but like really getting in touch with reconnecting with myself. Um, not in the self-lovey kind of experience of it, but like really being in the thick of it. I'm ready to get into the thick of it with me. No avoiding,
Mm.
or working on not avoiding because you got to build that up because it's so natural to do certain things, but no avoiding, um, being with the pain of situations because I think when where we learn to, oh, that's painful, go the other way,
Yeah,
and that's limiting our growth.
yeah,
It's stagnating us because we don't get to the other side. And I've been in situations where it can even be paralyzing. So
yeah,
I'm ready to like, oh, that's painful, and go into it. Like, let's see what's on the other side of this. Cause I don't think that I've given myself the opportunity to be afraid. Like people say, be afraid and do it anyway. But like really be afraid and do it
do it.
anyway.
Mhm. Become
Right.
a
So,
butterfly.
all right. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. And it's scary because there's a lot of things I'm afraid of. I'm a scaredy cat. I didn't realize it. Speaking about it on a grander version, like
Mhm.
we scared of life and we scared of the unknown. I know what I know and I know what I'm used to. And I know
Yeah,
how to navigate in difficulty, but not to go through the difficulties.
yeah.
So I'm working
Not
on
choosing it.
not choosing it like, oh, that's the hard part. Let's do that.
Yeah.
I choose you. Let's do that. especially when you know it's going to bring growth. So I'm looking for that's a new journey for me. I'm looking forward to that. And yes, it's along the self love, but not in the make sure you take care of yourself, like listening to my intuition and like really connecting the real meaning of the intuition and getting the messages and, like acting on it. So like to get higher level, deeper level of myself. That's what I'm looking forward to in 2025.
Exciting. I'm excited to witness and be a part. I think this new 2025 just feels fresh and new and exciting. And I'm leaning into that. And I know that doesn't mean without trial and tribulation. It just means that I'm approaching life with a different mindset and responding to things differently and
Hmm.
um, exploring what life is for me now at this age. I feel like prior in my life in the last, especially raising my daughter, that it's been about what I need to do or what I have to do. And I'm letting go of that mindset and it's all about what I get to do.
Hmm.
And so I'm excited to see and create what I get to do in 2025. Ooh.
What you get to.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
What I get to, what I'm choosing. Ooh,
Working from the inside out, not from the
yeah,
outside in. Not responding, not reacting. Mhm.
all
Mhm.
of that. I'm so glad that you spent this time with us today. We look forward to having you back soon.
It was fun. It always is. I look forward to being here. Thank you for having me. Reinventing with Renata.
I love it. I love it. I am excited to hear more about what you're doing in January, February, March, April, May. The years have been flying by. The months go by so quickly. The months go by so quickly. And I know that you will be doing so much more in 2025 to support others. So let everyone know where they can find you and follow you.
So on my website is phenomenal.com. That's PHE dash MOM dash ENAL.com. You can also reach me by just typing in StaceySing.com. You'll find me. I always say if you know my name, you can reach me. That's also my email, StaceySing@gmail.com. And also on Instagram, social media, you'll reach me at PHE.MOM.ENAL. Phenomenal. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much for coming. Everyone, thank you for watching. Um, I don't want to promise I don't want to promise anything that's not in the works, but I will tell you I have some thoughts about all things pop culture in 2024 and we'll share them with friends. So if you are not following me on let's start with TikTok. Are you all on TikTok? It's Rain with Renata on TikTok. I know many hope that it doesn't go away, but apparently it's on death row. So if you're on there, I'm there. I'm also Rain with Renata on Instagram and Renata Del Carmen on Facebook. It's been amazing to chat with Stacey. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for hanging
It's
out
always
with
a pleasure.
me
Thank
and
you.
playing this wild game. This wild dark game.
I
We
might have
look
lost a
forward to
sister.
seeing you all soon. Thank you guys.